Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here. In today's video, I'll be going over some studs and duds from the Washington Commanders Week 2 victory against the New York Giants. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well so you never miss a video. And yeah, just do that stuff. It takes a few seconds, and again, trying to hit 13,500 subscribers. We're close. Just hit that button, man. It really does help out a ton. It's Victory Monday. I know you're feeling good, so just hit that button and check out Sleeper, link in the description. Use my code Pedro and you get a first time deposit match. So a good victory for the Commanders. It wasn't pretty, but anytime you beat a divisional rival, it's a good win. I don't care what happened, as long as no one, major gets hurt and no one, there weren't really any injuries. It was a successful game. Could it have been better? Of course. I mean, they scored, 7 field goals, no touchdowns. That's, you got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. But there were some positives in this game, and there were some negatives, of course, as I just said. The red zone was awful. The red zone offense was awful. But let's get into some studs, and then we'll get into some duds. Bobby Wagner had a really good game. PFF, you got to take with the grain of salt. And I actually do have every player's PFF grade with some advanced stuff. I got access to PFF Premium, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that later. But Bobby Wagner, actually shout out to my roommate for that, but Bobby Wagner, 92.2 run defense grade, 81 tackling grade, and 64.5 coverage grade. Overall, an 89.3 PFF grade, which is very, very good. You got to take PFF with a grain of salt. But that matched the eye test, and I don't know why I have it. I guess I was checking the score earlier. But let's go back to the Commanders-Giants game. And yeah, sometimes, it doesn't match the eye test, but in this game it did match the eye test. When I was watching, after the game, I thought Bobby Wagner had a very solid game for the Commanders. Made some big plays for them. Let's pause that. Yeah, made some big plays for them. How many tackles did he have? 9 tackles, a tackle for a loss, had a pass breakup. Just thought he had a very solid game, and obviously bringing that veteran leadership to the squad. And yeah, definitely thought he had a good game. And I guess we got to start with this guy. What's his name? Let's go to him. Austin Seibert, man, 7 for 7 on field goals. I don't care how far they were. The furthest one was 45 yards. I don't care. 7 for 7 never happens. It's never happened for the Commanders / Redskins / Washington football team. The record was 6. Don't know who had that record, but yeah, 7 is his own record, and in his first game. And that is huge. Yeah, it's his own personal record. It's a team record. I don't know what the record is in a game in the NFL. Maybe 8. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more. But yeah, shout out to Austin Seibert, who came in there short week. Got picked up Monday, Tuesday. Had a great game. And kickoffs were fine too. So let's continue it. Hopefully the Commanders found their kicker. Not gonna get ahead of myself too quickly there, but Austin Seibert definitely had a good game. PFF, their highest rated players were these guys right here. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. Brian Robinson, man, what a game. That's something I don't agree with his grade here. I know 68 isn't terrible, but I feel like he's got to be better than 68 grade. 17 rushes, 133 yards. That's his career high. He had a 40-yard run, he never had over a 30-yard run, and he had 2 of those in this game. And it was his 13th game with 17 plus touches. Also had a catch for 3 yards, but Eckler was primarily the pass catching back. But yeah, Brian Robinson, shout out to him. Very good game. The offensive line was solid run blocking wise, but Brian Robinson definitely made some things work himself in this game, especially on that, it was 3rd and 1 or something, and he ends up making, he was going to get 1 or 2 yards, but then he bounces outside. He was going to get the first down anyways, but bounces outside and gets a 40-yard gain. Just a great play by him. So Brian Robinson deserves a game ball. Austin Eckler, hat tip or game ball. He had a good game. 8 carries, 38 yards. That's kind of the role I see for him. 8 carries, like 6 to 10 carries depending on the game. Averaged almost 5 yards a carry, and then had 3 catches, 47 yards. Had that 27-yard catch, kind of that inside moving screen that they had. I like that play by Cliff where they had him move. Was that the one? I think so. That they had one where they kind of threw across the body or to the other side, where there was kind of some attention on the right side, but they threw it to the left. And there was like another play too, where it was like a kind of inside. I don't know. I forgot exactly what it was, but they threw it to Eckler. He made a nice play. Might be the same play I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 different plays. Zach Ertz, 4 catches, 62 yards on 4 targets. He gets a game ball, made some big plays. Noah Brown, same thing, 3 catches on 3 targets. You love to see that same thing, meaning they both caught every ball that was targeted to them and had 56 yards, had a big 34-yard catch on that last possession. So he gets a game ball for sure. No other receivers, slash pass catchers I think are deserving of it. Jaden Daniels gets a hat tip, game ball, whatever you want to call it. Had a good game, 23 of 29. The first half, I'm not going to lie, wasn't amazing. He was getting sacked too much and running way too much. I was not, I was getting a little frustrated because every time he would drop back, if his first read or whatever wasn't open, and I'm not completely sure because I haven't watched the film, but he would just run right away and either get sacked for like a 2-3 yard loss or maybe gain some yards. And one time or a couple of times he did get a first down. One time he did get hit and he got hurt. So that's something that in the first half wasn't great, but he fixed it in the second half. And they were actually passing down the field a little bit more, which I did like. He hit a couple, not deep balls, but deeper passes to Zach Ertz, like over 10 yards. Noah Brown 1 or 2 times. So the offense was expanding a little bit. So Jaden Daniels had a solid game. 2-minute drill was very good. So Jaden Daniels has shown a lot of promise. By far the best rookie quarterback in this class so far. And yeah, I would say very solid game by him. And, there's little things he can improve on, but I think the positives definitely outweigh the negatives over the first couple weeks. No turnovers so far. Hopefully that continues, knock on wood. But yeah, no turnovers so far. And also had 10 carries for 44 yards as well. So what is that? 44 plus 26, is that 70? 270 yards total in the game. Pretty solid. And my props hit that I had on the short, if you guys watched that. But those are kind of my game balls on offense. Let's see if I have any other ones. Let's see, because I definitely have some goats or duds in the game. Frankie Louvu, I thought had a solid game. I know his PFF grade isn't amazing. It wasn't amazing in this game, but I thought he showed some burst, some energy, and had some big hits, which I think are important. And there were, he had a penalty, which you don't love, but I didn't mind it because on that play, I talked about it in yesterday's video, but it was 3rd and 1 or whatever, and they were going to go for it on 4th because of the kicker situation. So the only way to really stop them was to have a negative play, and what Frankie did there, he mistimed it a little bit, but I don't mind it. That's the only way really they were going to get negative yardage on that play. But yeah, talk about Eckler, Wagner, Jaden, Noah Brown, Frankie Louvu, Zach Ertz, Brian Robinson, Austin Seibert. I think those were the main guys. Here's PFF, what they had as the highest guys. Deron Payne. Didn't really see it too much. Saw him in the backfield a couple of times. Nick Allegretti, I guess he had a good game despite having penalties. And I personally, I don't know, PFF is just very weird the way they grade. And I think, sometimes they value things too much and sometimes they don't value things enough. And Nick Allegretti had 2 penalties, and at least one of those were in the red zone, and that really hurt your team. And I think that should be a more negative than it was because they could, they didn't score a touchdown partly because of that, and some other players had penalties too. Goats or duds. Michael Davis, awful game. Don't want to see him on the field again. 31.1 PFF grade. That matches the eye test. If anything, worse. I mean, he was getting cooked. Tackling was awful. Missed two, not easy, but like not hard tackles for sure. Like there was one time he's playing off coverage on Neighbors, and he gets, Neighbors gets a catch, and he misses a tackle, and it's just like, bro, you're playing off coverage, you're letting him get the catch, and you can't even get the tackle. Yeah, he had a bad game. No Igbenogany went in. Wasn't good, but was better than Michael Davis for sure. Brandon Coleman didn't have a great game, so I'm going to put him on the duds list, but he's a rookie, so can't overreact too much. Some other guys, I guess, on this list defensively, I'm not sure. These are the grades from the game. Benjamin St. Juste had a solid game, a little bit up and down. There was some good plays, there were some bad plays. He had a nice pass breakup, forced a fumble. So honestly, I'll give him a hat tip. I don't like the celebration. After every little thing he does a little celebration. This year, I guess it's a strap celebration. I mean, it's creative, I guess, but it's a little too much for me in terms of, I don't know, he just does it after every play, no matter. I don't know. For me though, I don't know. It's just not a great look when you're down and you're doing it and stuff like that, and you're not that guy. If you're that guy, if you're whatever Patrick Surtain or Sauce Gardner, go ahead, do whatever you want. But Benjamin St. Juste, I mean, last week got absolutely cooked. This week though, did have a better game, so definitely want to give him his props for having a bounce back game. And Emmanuel Forbes, I mean, I never thought anyone could be that much worse than him, but Michael Davis was worse. Michael Davis was worse for sure. You see some of the other PFF grades. Not going to talk about it too much because I don't really agree with a lot of them. Slight dud, I'll go Mike Sanders still got cooked on that touchdown by Wan'Dale Robinson. It's one play, so not going to, be too down about it. I think he's fine. A little bit of a slow start for him so far this year, but I guess his tackling was pretty good in this game. He went for 2 tackles and made both of them. So, it was pretty solid there by Mike Sanders. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. Or I don't know. His missed tackling percentage was 0. Pretty solid there. Offensively, and he does. I mean, I'm trying to think. Terry didn't have a great game, but a lot of that wasn't on him, in my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, Noah Brown had a really good game. Brian Robinson, De'Ami Brown was okay. You see where Jaden was. His PFF grade 64.7, which is okay, much better than it was last week. Ben Sinnott, I'll give him like a slight dud. Had a bad penalty. At least one. Yeah, he had one penalty, and it was just a crucial one. And that was 4th and 1, I believe, in the red zone, and they couldn't go for it because of that. So you can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that. And yeah, that's kind of it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did stick around until the end, go ahead and comment down below. We'll go sticking with the kickers theme. We'll go Graham Gano, who played yesterday but was on the Redskins before as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.